Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're stepping into something really different. We have a first-hand account from a search and rescue volunteer, and it's deeply unsettling.
It really is. And our mission today isn't just to retell a scary story. We're here to dissect it, to pull out the psychological blueprint of what was hunting these people in the woods.
Right, because this is so much more than a simple rescue mission gone wrong.
Exactly. This account is a masterclass in survival against a predator that's intelligent, it's adaptive, and it targets the best parts of our humanity.
So let's set the stage, because the environment here is, it's half the trap, isn't it?
It absolutely is. You're looking at a huge, remote stretch of mountain wilderness. Think crags, old logging roads, trails that just disappear.
And to make it worse, a massive winter storm is rolling in. We're talking zero visibility, freezing temperatures, the perfect hunting ground.
And that's when the alert comes in. 4:16 p.m., the light is already failing.
And the call itself is strange from the start.
Oh, it's the first piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit. Multiple hikers, all independent, report seeing a little girl in a bright red coat, alone, near the ridge trail.
But the key detail.
The key detail is there are zero, and I mean zero, missing child reports that match. So the distress signal, the entire premise for the rescue, it's a fabrication from the very beginning.
A ghost of a need. I like that. So the SAR team gets the call, they mobilize, and our narrator, he's a volunteer. He gets paired with a man named Riker.
And Riker is a figure of legend, almost, the oldest member of the team. Silent, deeply respected. The narrator describes him as looking like he's made of rawhide and bad memories.
That alone tells you something's different about this mission.
It does. And Riker's first move is completely unconventional. They're assigned to Grid 3E.
Which is away from the trail where the girl was seen.
Exactly. Riker isn't looking for the girl. He's looking for the mechanism. He's hunting the trap itself.
And then he hands over the brass whistle.
Yes. And the rules he gives, they're chilling. The first part's standard. Only use it if you get turned around.
But the second part?
The second part is where it gets strange. Only head toward the returning whistle. And then he gives that final, dreadful instruction.
If you hear another whistle, just follow the sound, never the voice.
He doesn't even have to explain why. The instruction itself implies a known threat, something that mimics the most human sound there is, a voice, to lure you away from safety.
Logic versus emotion. Right from the start.
Precisely. And the environment starts to match that tension. The narrator says the air feels dense, like something holding its breath. The fog feels active.
An accomplice.
A perfect way to put it, it's isolating them. And Riker's behavior just reinforces it all. He keeps stopping, listening, not to the radio, but to the silence.
And he says that incredible line when the narrator asks if the girl came this way.
Not recently, but she always circles east eventually. That one line tells you everything.
That's not a random monster.
Yeah. No. It's a strategic hunter with established, predictable, territorial patterns. It's done this before. Many, many times.
Which leads to the real psychological setup.
Yeah.
The question Riker asks.
Yes. He just locks eyes with the narrator and puts the ethical dilemma right on the table. What would you do if you found her, scared, bleeding, and she asked you to take her hand? Would you?
And of course the answer is yes. That's the entire job description of a SAR volunteer.
But Riker isn't testing his morals. He's identifying the exact point of failure. This is the creature's method. It weaponizes your own compassion against you. It weaponizes that altruistic compulsion.
And just after that question hangs in the air, they find the lure.
The physical lure, yes.
Yeah.
A small red woolen mitten, snagged on a branch.
The narrator notes how it's too bright and clean for the grim setting.
It's a fishing lure. It's designed to be unnaturally perfect, to trigger that immediate protective empathy and just switch off your logical brain.
And right on cue, after the visual comes the audio.
A voice, drifting from deeper in the woods. Hello?
Not a scream for help.
No. Gentle, childlike, completely calm, which is utterly wrong for a child lost in a blizzard. And then they see her.
Red coat, hood up, just standing there.
And again, all the details are wrong. She's clean, untouched, not hurt, not crying. She doesn't look like a victim. She looks like bait.
The narrator goes for his radio, but Riker stops him. Physically stops him.
Grabs his wrist, whispers, don't engage. Let her go.
He knows what's coming.
He knows exactly what's coming. He says, she's not alone. You follow her, you'll find out what she's with. He's confirming she's just a projection, a lure.
But the narrator He's already hooked. He has to help. He rationalizes it.
Of course, she must be leading him to an injured parent. The lure is so effective it makes you use your own logic to deepen the trap.
And so he follows.
And the pursuit is just weird. She never runs, but he can't catch her. She flickers between the trees like a thread being pulled.
And then she turns and smiles.
Yes. Like she knew something I didn't. That's the moment the trap springs. The hunter acknowledging its success.
Soon, he's completely lost. The storm is closing in. He has no choice. He uses the whistle.
This is the critical error, and it forces what the creature has been building towards all along. A cognitive binary choice.
Two sounds.
Two sounds, instantly. From behind him, the correct answering whistle. That's Riker, following protocol. Logic, safety.
And from ahead.
From ahead, the soft, clear voice floats out again. Hello? Pure, unthreatening need. Emotion. The lure.
And even after Riker's explicit warning, he chooses the voice.
He does. And the moment he makes that choice, the physical world rebels. His compass needle just spins wildly, then sticks. Logic is officially dead. The creature has him.
He follows the voice into the woods, and the landscape changes.
It gets darker, denser. The trees are gnarled, sickly. And he finds the clearing. She's there, in her red coat, waiting for him.
But she's not alone.
She's not alone. And this is where we get the full, horrifying reveal of the predator.
Describe it.
It's tall, gray, hunched over her. The limbs are too long, too thin, with joints that bend at impossible angles.
And the skin.
The skin is sickly gray, stretched too thin like wet paper over sticks, and the head is tilted, but the face. The narrator says it was wrong, not shaped for eyes.
It's the complete opposite of the lure. It's meant to paralyze you with pure terror.
The contrast is the whole strategy. Draw you in with the familiar, then lock you in place with the impossible, and then the girl speaks, "Help me, it's so cold."
But her mouth doesn't move.
Her mouth doesn't move. The words just appear in the air. It's a projection, an auditory illusion. And in that moment, he gets it. The girl is a mask. They're two sides of the same horrifying coin.
And just as the creature starts to, unfold itself, Riker arrives.
He slams into the narrator like a freight train, drags him behind a log. There's a quick, silent struggle, and Riker creates a distraction, the sound of metal hitting wood, and the creature just retreats for a moment.
They escape into a hidden shelter.
A bunker. And Riker confirms it's not a supply cache. He calls it a hunting blind.
And inside, the proof of Riker's long war. Maps covered in years of red ink, tracking sightings, disappearances.
This is when you realize Riker isn't just a SAR volunteer. He is a dedicated hunter. He explains that the creature targets good people, that it lures with hope.
And it adapts.
It adapts.
Yeah.
He says the first time he saw it, years ago, it wasn't a girl, it was a nice old man. It customizes the lure.
Which is when we find out why Riker is so obsessed, why he knows all this.
He asks what happens if it catches you, if it touches you.
And Riker's answer is just bone-chilling.
All it took was one touch. It marks you, curses you. Once you're tagged, you belong to it. It's not about being killed, it's about being claimed.
And he shows him the proof. A worn Polaroid photo.
A photo of Riker, his partner, and a happy little girl in a red coat. His daughter, the one who was taken. Absorbed.
And the creature stole her image, and now he uses it as his primary lure.
Creating the maximum possible trauma for the one person hunting it. But then he shows him the other proof. On his own arm.
The mark.
The mark. A pale blue patch of skin with a perfect handprint in it. Fingers curved like hooks. He tells the narrator he got it when he was dragging him out of the clearing.
So in saving him.
In saving him, Riker sealed his own fate. He's already gone.
So he makes a final strategic choice. He uses the storm as cover.
Because the creature hunts better in clear air. It's his last tactical move. He takes a rifle, walks out of the bunker.
The narrator hears gunshots, then a scream, a roar,
Yeah.
and then just silence.
He waits until morning like Riker told him to. All he finds outside is the worn brass whistle lying in the mud.
But the mission isn't over. It's been passed down.
Exactly. He returns to SAR, but he's changed. He's not driven by altruism anymore. It's a post-traumatic fixation. He takes Riker's gun, his journal, his maps. The mission is his now.
And the creature knows it. It makes its next move. A new call comes in. A limping male hiker.
And this time, the narrator hears a voice he recognizes. Riker's voice. Hey, I'm hurt. But he knows. The tone is wrong. Too measured, too performative.
It's using Riker's form now.
It's executing an adaptive personalization of the lure. It's tailoring the bait specifically to the narrator's grief. It's an unbelievably sophisticated psychological attack.
But this time, he's not the prey. He's armed with Riker's knowledge, He sees the trap for what it is.
He sees it, he pulls his new partner back, breaks the cycle. He's no longer a victim, he's the hunter.
He says it himself at the end. I don't know if the creature can be killed, but I can try. I know Riker tried. And now it's my turn.
It's an incredible transformation. So if we pull back, what does this all mean? What's the blueprint we've extracted here?
Well, the core mechanism is clear. It's psychological warfare. It targets good people by, as you said, weaponizing their altruistic compulsion.
And it forces that cognitive binary choice.
Mhm.
Logic, the whistle, versus emotion, the voice. It's designed to make you choose emotion, to override all your training.
And its strategy gets more and more sophisticated. The adaptive personalization, moving from a generic lost child to the exact image of a fallen comrade. That's terrifyingly intelligent.
So this account becomes a kind of a terrifying field guide for recognizing these kinds of psychological traps, especially when your own compassion is your greatest vulnerability.
Which brings us to that final provocative thought. Riker's mark, the curse that pulls you into the creature's orbit, is the very thing that transformed our narrator from a victim into a hunter.
Exactly. So if this creature relies entirely on hope and compassion to lure its targets, what happens when it faces someone who has been hardened beyond that? Someone motivated not by hope, but by cold, focused grief.
Can the narrator, now armed and without that altruistic vulnerability, actually defeat a predator that only feeds on the light? And if he can, what's left of the person he was?